Igbo Area TV on Igbo.
This is not 1967. Any intention to fuel division between IPOB and the Yorubas will not work. This was coming from Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has said that nothing can bring separation between Biafra and Yoruba Oduduwa nation. This kind of statement was as a result of an allegation that the IPOB is planning to attack Lagos. He pointed out that some enemies of the two tribes are out to bring enmity between them. Therefore, he called the allegation a lie and vowed that what happened in 1967 will not be allowed to repeat itself this time. The IPOB leader, on noticing that the allegation has been leveled against the Igbos by the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, report shows that he quickly reminded the Yorubas that it is a plot to breed enmity. He then advised the Yorubas to ignore the fallacy that Igbos are not planning an attack on them. He said so as to strengthen the harmony that has been existing between the Biafrans and the Yoruba nation. As the case may be, Nnamdi Kanu hereby notified the public that the allegations that IPOB is plotting to attack Lagos is a lie, saying that Lagos State CP Hakeem Odumosu, who made the allegation, is a former CSO to Tinubu, and their intention is to fuel division between Yorubas and Biafrans. It would work. This is not 1967, Kanu announced via his broadcast. Uncertainty in Imo as Uzodinma allegedly plots to impeach deputy while he sacks heads. The political atmosphere in Imo is again charged as some people feel that the governor Hope Uzodinma is allegedly planning a major shakeup that will clear out many officials of his administration by relieving some of them of their duties, including his deputy, Professor Placid Njoko. According to gatherings, reports of a cabinet reshuffle has been in the offing for a long time, but it seems nearer now based on the unfolding developments within government circles. However, reports had speculated that the state deputy governor, Professor Placid Njoko, is not having it rosy and probably fails in the category of those who may be caught in the web. Could you imagine? Last month, a prominent politician from Owerri zone, Henry Njoko by name, who is popularly known as Herites, was said to have been tipped to take over from the deputy governor, though he denied the allegations. Of course he would. Sources said that Professor Placid Njoko, a non-career politician who came from the academia, has not been properly carried along in the present government as the state functions which he ought to preside over in the absence of the governor are carried out by lesser officials of the government. An instance was Workers' Day event on May Day, which despite his presence, the state governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, was represented at the event by the State Commissioner of Information, Declan Emelumba. Information has said that the Deputy Governor's office is not receiving what is statutorily due to it, as his office monthly remuneration has been slashed considerably. Governor Uzodinma has carried out 3 minor reshuffling of his appointees, but sources also said that a major tsunami is in the offing. Since the state's level of insecurity became alarming, the governor is said not to have engaged his appointees. Report shows that weekly State Executive Council meeting held last week was attended by few commissioners. Special advisors and senior special assistants SSAs were all absent, and the reason for their absence were not known to us, though sources said such category of appointees attend expanded ESCO meetings. However, investigation revealed that most appointees who run government agencies and parastatals are being starved of necessary operational logistics, including funding to operate and function. Members of the state legislature are said to be also hit as their allowances come in piecemeal. Could you imagine? I am a man sent by God to liberate his people. I will not run from my fatherland. Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie, the Nigerian film actor, has sent a message to Nigerians advising them that leaving the country is not the right choice to take. As we all know, Yul Edochie is a prominent Nollywood actor who hails from Anambra State, Nteje. He is the son of the Nollywood icon, Pete Edochie. Yul has been seen in several Nollywood movies, playing several roles. He has also won several awards to his credit. A recent post he shared on Twitter and Instagram, Yul sent a strong message to Nigerians, advising that running away and leaving the country will not solve the problems we are facing. He reminding them that we will all die someday. Wow. He then added that he was sent by God to save his people. So rather than running away, he strongly advised we must stay and fight for the good of the nation. According to him, no one wants to lose his life, but the truth is we all must die someday, so there's no point running away. Well, this shows his love for devotion to the country. Now let's look at the news again, from the first to the last. According to Nnamdi Kanu, this is not 1967. Any intention to fuel division between IPOB and or Igbos and the Yorubas will not work. So those who are trying to do something, they should go and pack one side. Everybody is now wise. You know, I believe MNK was making reference to the Civil War, where the rest of Nigerians were coerced into fighting Biafra alone. Not even just Nigerians, several African countries participated foolishly, even the West. Now, everyone's eyes have been opened to the realities that has always been on ground, just that few people failed to see then. Now, most parts of the country, that is Nigeria, are regretting their participation against Ndibo in that war, because now they too are a target. Igbo saw this on time. You know, if Biafra successfully pulled out, it would have benefited other parts of Nigeria as well. Thank God today that Yorubas have come to terms with Igbos on the grand plan of those who claim to own Nigeria, who are actually mostly foreigners, to take over not just northern Nigeria. These people are planning to take over the south as well. And even not just the south Nigeria, West Africa. That's the grand plan of these people. So if Yorubas allow themselves to be used again, just like Benue, that especially the Tifi people and the rest, it will be to their own detriment. So forget those politicians who are eyeing presidency, they are trying to deceive you. Ask the Benue and the Plateau people today. Ask them how market, how far. Ask them. Everyone is regretting that mistake of joining hands to stop Biafra. Everyone is regretting it. They are all feeling the heat and they are becoming wise gradually. I don't think they want to allow that which happened in 1967 to repeat. Their participation. Their unwise participation. I want to say that I'm amazed that this false alarm will be raised by a top police officer in an attempt to cause disagreement between Igbos and Yoruba. I'm amazed. It is very bad that these days people will resort to cheap lies to achieve their aims. But I thank God for Nnamdi Kanu's prompt response. I thank God for that prompt, fast response, because monkey hand fit turn to human being hand. If the police could use such ploys, having been directed by civilians, they could as well arrange boys to do the attack and blame it on ESL. So Nnamdi Kanu, I thank you for this, for raising alarm, because they will use boys soon and do whatever they want to do. They will blame it on ESN. They will put some Biafra insignia, attach it to the garments of these guys that they will cash. And they might pay them heavily. Now let's look at the second material. Uzodinma planning to, through impeachment, sack his deputy. Not just his deputy, a lot of staffs are going. Could you imagine? But in reacting on this, first of all, we have to realize that Nigeria politics is shit and nonsense. It is also the dirtiest in the world of politicking. On a normal day, Uzodinma has no business with the Imo State government house. You know that. We all know how he came from fourth position to become governor, installed by a failed Supreme Court of Nigeria, because a good Supreme Court will not do what they did in Imo State. Now he wants to have a full control. And as such, some people who came on the same tickets with him must go down. Could you imagine? Rosha Sokorosha, Orji Uzokalo, Bola Tinubu all had frictions with their deputies, and they made successful attempts to stop them. Just check out these cowheads and see if they are any different from Hope Uzodinma. Check the most ruthless people on earth. How do they operate? To give way to their full rise, they would have to pull down people who help them climb. Check Hitler now. What of Erdogan of Turkey? Any difference? Erdogan managed to successfully create a law that almost gave him the ultimate powers in Turkey. I think it was he's the prime minister also, or the president. Now, while he climbed to power, he made a law that almost nullified the either the prime minister seat or the president, the second in command seat. Could you imagine? But that was a seat he was occupying before. This kind of people go into power, they change the laws to suit them, just them. Selfish people. You know, I wonder what will be of Imo State before Uzodinma leaves. May God help Imo. We need to pray for Imo State. It is very important, because the wrong people are in power most of the times. Imo State has suffered bad leadership. Imo State people need to pray. You know, remember during Orji Uzokalo's reign as governor of Abia State, his mother was the deputy indirectly, not Abaribe. Abaribe was like a deputy just in the mention, just in papers. As one of my friends, Sam Pepe, will say, audio deputy. That one, audio. Any Abaribe was sometime walked out of Abia State government house by Orji Uzokalo's mother. Could you imagine? And if you don't know, I don't think Abaribe came the second term with Orji Uzokalo. Orji Uzokalo picked somebody else. But the first time, let me tell you, Abaribe walked from an uncompleted building as a deputy governor of the state. You can imagine how bad that was. So don't expect anything less from Hope Uzodinma. He is in that class of people. And again, democracy in Nigeria is a demonstration of grace. Ndiala. Or if that's what fella said. Ndiala. Now, let's look at the third material. Yul Edochie said, I am a man sent by God to liberate his people. I will not run from my fatherland. It depends on what he meant. You know, let's look at this from two different angles. If it means for us to stay and fight to keep our land, to keep the intruders away, to keep off the marauders from other countries that are imported, that were told that this country is theirs, that they should come and take it. If it's to remain and protect our land, I think it's a wise saying. But if it's the other thing I'm thinking about, because just like he said, I am a man sent by God to liberate his people. I will not run from my father's land. You know, it also sounds like a political statement from those iron political positions. I'm aware Yul Edochie did contested Anambra gubernatorial election. That was 3 years ago. This time around, it seems it is the battle of the billionaires, and he decided to mellow down. Makandike. This one no be small boys games. Small boy games. Small boys game, sorry. But I also had rumor that his target now, Yul's target is presidency. No wonder. The political statement. Let me read that statement again. He said, I am a man sent by God to liberate his people. I will not run from my fatherland. Like I said, we are looking at it from two angles. In the area of defending your fatherland, you are talking about Igbo land, not even... that is welcome. But if the other thing, political statement, well, I will advise you to leave those traveling for greener pastures, to do travel. Leave them all. Just park one side. I wonder the Nigeria you want to remain in and continue to wait for to liberate them. With this level of insecurity, with all these happenings around us, if that is what you meant, if the second reasoning is the way you are going, it's like you seem not to be acquainted with the current situation of the country. You are reading too much movie scripts. Hey, what is happening now? A personally wudo. Obodo Wigwe. So when next you want to go to your Instagram and first look at daily newspapers headlines so you understand how the things are today. Meanwhile, if you meant well, I wish you well too. Viewers, please add your own contributions. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Click on the bell icon to get our updates anytime it drops. Bye for now.